Okay then, let's have a look. Question number 14. The question says the ratio y plus x to y minus x is equivalent to k to 1. Show that y is equal to x times by k plus 1 over k minus 1. Now, whenever we've been given two different ratios like this and we've been told that they're equivalent, what we can do is we can set up an equation where we divide one side of the ratio in both of the ratios by the other side of the ratio. Now, what do I actually mean? So what we can do is we can basically say that the left-hand side of this ratio divided by the right-hand side of this ratio, so y plus x over y minus x, is equal to the left-hand side of this ratio, k, over the right-hand side of this ratio, 1. You can just rub this out and write it as k. In your exam, definitely do that on another line. Now, the next thing that I see is that we have a y minus x on the bottom of a fraction, and that's pretty ugly. It's not very nice on the bottom of the fraction, so we're going to times both sides by y minus x to cancel that off the left-hand side. So we're going to have y plus x is equal to k times by y minus x. Now, we need to rearrange this to get the y on its own. At the moment, we have y's on both sides. We also have a y in brackets over here. So I'm going to expand these brackets to firstly isolate the y from these brackets. We're going to have y plus x is equal to k times by y is ky, and then k times by minus x is minus kx. Now, to get the y on its own, we're going to move all of the y's to one side of the equation and everything that doesn't have a y in it to the other side of the equation. So I'm going to move my ky to the left-hand side, and I'm going to move my x to the right-hand side. To move the ky, we're going to minus ky, so we're going to have y minus ky. That's going to be equal to minus kx, and then we're going to have the minus x because we have plus x on the left. We're going to minus x from both sides. Now, how do we get the x on its own? Not the x, the y. Well, at the moment, we have y minus ky. When we have two separate terms in y or in the same variable, and we need to isolate that variable, we use the trick where we factor out the thing that we're trying to isolate. So in this case, we're going to factor out the y. We're going to have y times by 1 is y times by minus k is minus ky, and this is equal to minus kx minus x. Now, to get the y on its own, the y is being multiplied by 1 minus k. We can divide both